Hello, everybody. I'm back. It's so good to be back. Instead of coming on Mondays from 3 to 3:30, Madness Mondays, now is Furious Fridays. I'm here. So I would like to welcome you for coming back to see me, and I'm just so glad to be here. I want to give a shout out to my husband, Charles Stinson, who has always been a light in a dark place for me. I want to give a shout out to one of my clients, Montel. Hey, Montel. Give a shout out to my daughter, Robin. Her birthday was the 18th of this month. Give a shout out to my sister, Sharon, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, Miss Sharon. And I want to get to the show. So there's been so many things going on. I don't know if some of you guys heard about. There was two young men that was shot in the head over here off Orange Line. I can't remember. I think it's Orange Line and McNichols in that area. Those were my two youngest nephews. And I'm very hurt about that. And we've been to the police department. And if you guys have any type of information about the shooting, and what went on, please give the police department a call. And speaking of the police department, I talked with I think her name is Tanisha. She's a detective, and I called her to talk about my brother's case, and this lady was so nasty. I don't know what her problem was or why she felt like she had to be funny or smart with me. Right now, I can't find this lady's card to save my life, but I just want her to know. I think her name is Tillswell or something like that. Detective Tillswell. Girl, bye. You so full of crap. Just do your daggone job. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you doing. Fine. Y'all, you guys can't even break a dang on case. You can't hold ice water and you can't break a case. Your attitudes are so messed up and nasty down there at the Detroit Police Department. And then you wonder why people don't want to come and tell you nothing. But when people get angry about their loved ones being hurt or somebody killing them and they call you, you didn't know I was still on the phone. Oh, she talking about she a talk show host. Okay, so what? So what, dummy? Just do your job. That's what you do. So I want to talk about actually the mental health industry and AFC homes. I want to talk about caseworkers, and there's a lot of caseworkers out here that some of them have heavy caseloads. Some of these people have caseloads, and they don't want to do anything. Like there's a dang on caseworker that I ran into yesterday, and I'm standing on the porch, and the lady pulls up, and she jumps out her car. She walks up the stairs and just grabs the door like she gonna walk in. Look, Blanche, you ain't showed me no credentials or nothing, but you want me to let you come in the door. So she like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? I got the right to come in here wherever I want. I don't have to tell you nothing. Yeah, but you do have to give me your credentials, sweetie. So this lady's name is Tammy. She's really nasty to her clients because I sat down there and observed the way she talked to her clients. She is the epitome of somebody in the wrong profession. If you don't have a heart, Blanche, Miss Tammy, if you don't have a heart to want to take care of somebody and be patient with people, you need to get out of the job. You guys over there at the behavioral I think it's called behavioral something. It's over here off Telegraph, and that's where this lady works at. And her attitude is just rank. You people need to get rid of this lady because she's a menace. You can't just take your title and throw it around and think people are going to deal with you. Yeah, sweetie, you got the right one. I wear many hats. And you're not going to come somewhere where I work at and think you're going to just start turning your nose up to people, downgrading my residents. You're not about to do that. So get a grip on yourself. These people come into these homes and Me and my staff try to love on these people and do the best we can for these people. And then we got these caseworkers that don't come see these people, don't come do nothing for them. But there is a caseworker. Her name is Miss Tanisha. She's a beautiful woman. She comes to see her clients, and she goes over and beyond everything she's supposed to do. And I'm just so proud to know her. Miss Tanisha, you are an unsung hero. Miss DT, this is just my opinion. When I come on, I always tell y'all I'm only talking from my experience. I have the right to say how I feel. And this lady Tammy, I call her Dirty Tammy, because to me, she looked ghetto. You know how you find some dirty ghetto person and you still put clean clothes on them and you still can tell they're ghetto and dirty? That's Miss Tammy. And that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. So the next time you come to a residence, I understand that you can come in whenever you want. But you're not going to come in like no pit bull or you're going to be put down. So calm yourself, Blanche. So as we go on, there's some other things I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of you mothers. Now, I'm watching some of the mothers, and it's summer vacation. You guys are going on vacation. You're leaving your children at home with other people. Your children are agitated. They're aggravated. They're upset. They're frustrated. They're out of school, and they're just sitting around all summer not doing nothing. Shame on you parents. Why aren't you putting these children in a program to actually further their education, or why aren't you taking them with you? I can't stand these type of mothers who get all of this money for their children and don't do nothing for their children. Shame on you. What is you guys' problem out there? People, I got so much I want to talk about since I haven't seen you, because, you know, I've been on medical and everything, and I done went back to work, and I'm doing some things, and I have my tutoring that I have to do. I'm still doing my T-shirt business. I'm going to start putting up pictures of my T-shirt. But when it comes to you mothers, there was a lady. I actually went to the police department because I want her to be prosecuted. There was a lady. Well, there was a car sitting at a grocery store, all children in it, the windows down. There's all types of undesirables walking around the car, looking in at the children. So I decide I'm not about to leave and let these children be here and something happened to them. That would like hurt me to my heart if I knew I could have stopped something from happening when it comes to the little ones. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. The children has to be between 6, and then there's a little baby toddler in the chair. So the lady comes after about 35, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and she looks at me and like, what is your problem? And I'm like, well, what do you mean, what is your problem? I'm watching your child. My children are fine. I'm like, yeah, they're fine now. Well, I can't say the other stuff she said, but then she said, you need to go take care of your children. My children are grown. You need to go take care of your grandchildren. My grandchildren are grown. And for the record, they don't have mattresses on their backs. My granddaughters don't even have children, and they're trying to do something for themselves. And then when they get ready to have children, I'm proud of my granddaughters because they're not human mattresses, and they're not laying around for a buck and laying around to try to trap somebody. Missy Pooh. This chick got 6, 7 kids, or 5, 6 kids in the car, and you got an attitude with me because I'm watching your children. So she breaks out and starts calling me out my name. So I tells her, you're going to be on the show because I'm going to show you the footage. She gets upset, and I just tell her, you're a bad mother. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I drive off. I look up. This broad and sped up on the side of me and threw a cup of whatever it was in this cup, threw it all on my window, messed up my tent, messed up my clothing. My face started breaking out and everything. So this person with this white Tahoe, I'm not going to give her license plate, but she has a white Tahoe. She's a light-skinned young woman. Her attitude is really nasty, really rank. A lot of you women out here Us older women be trying to watch out for your children and your ungrateful stank butts. All you want to do is fight. Grow up. Some of you women 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and some of you guys are over 60. And every time somebody say something to you, you ready to go and fight somebody. Calm yourselves down, because just know this. Where you think you're bad, there's always somebody better than you. Please believe that. I felt so bad that this chick did this to me, and now my friends are telling me, Donna, you know what? You can't be looking out for these children, these mothers, these women, and some of these men. They will shoot you just because they know that you seen them do wrong by leaving those children in the car. You need to stop doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that I would, but it's hard for me to walk away when I see children that I feel is being abused, because if you're not supervised and you're in a strange area where strange people can just snatch you out of a car, you're being abused. At this place, I see mothers taking their children into the beauty and barber supply, into the grocery stores, into the pharmacy. But what did Stank do? She left her kids in there and then had the nerve to get an attitude and assaulted me because I was watching her kids. And I'm going to tell you women out here that act like that, you ain't got nothing coming from the Lord. Don't think you you break out talking about, yeah, she made me mad, I got her back. You don't mess with children of the Lord like that, because something can very well happen to you. You guys don't want nobody watching your children, but then when something happens to your children, it's, oh, Lord, please, now you want to have the Munchausen syndrome and make it all about you when it was never about you. It was all about that child and you didn't give a damn. I don't have no sympathy for no woman who leaves their children every place but where they supposed to be, and that's with the mother. Then you want to come on media and start crying, talking about, I can't believe this happened to my child. Why not? You weren't watching them. You didn't ask nobody else to watch out for them. When the village do watch out for them, all you want to do is fight them. So what are you crying for? I have no sympathy for you. What you need to do is take care of your children. What you need to do is, if you go to these beauty and barber supplies, if you go to these grocery stores, I wouldn't give a care if you got 18 children. Take them with you. All this bad stuff happening to children, and some of you young women don't understand that it takes a village to raise your children. Because we know you ain't gonna do it. Shame on you women that's doing that. And I'm going to tell you something else. One of these days, when your children get old enough to know the things that you're doing that can very well put them in harm's way, they're going to start telling on you. They're going to start running away from you. We do not give children enough credit to understand that they have feelings, they hurt too, they have a voice, and a lot of you stank mothers just don't let them have their voice. They can't speak. Don't say nothing. Shut up. Ma, I want something from the store. Well, you ain't getting it. Why not, boo? Them they food stamps. I'm so sick of them. Why you open your legs then? If you so sick of children, keep your legs closed. That's what you do. Okay? Keep your legs closed. Every time I turn around, these children get on my nerves. Every time I want to do something, I got to worry about them. You wasn't worrying about them when you was hopping on the pole. You wasn't worrying about them when you was on your knees. I do not, and I repeat, I do not condone abortion. But if you don't want your children, then you need to find somebody that don't have children, want to love on a child. You need to just give them away or give them to somebody that really wants them. Because it'll be a whole lot better than living with you. Some of you women up come and pop babies one after another. Just to stay on a state grant. Because you're too lazy to get yourself up and go get a job. I can't work. I have all these kids. Keep your legs closed. Hello? Keep your legs closed. I love all my sisters. I love all my brothers. I love all my older sisters and brothers. And I always tell you, we are a community. And I want what's best for the community. If you cannot take constructive criticism, you're going to always fall short. In this life, you're going to have to take constructive criticism. You're going to have to listen to somebody because you don't know it all. And I don't know it all. And I still have to take constructive criticism from a lot of people. And I want to give a shout out to John. Hey, John, I love you so much. Hey. So you young women out here, you need to get a grip. You need to learn how to reprogram your mind. I don't know if you doing it because your mother did this and your mother before your mother, your grandmother, and so on and so forth, and did this. But you guys need to be more protective of your children. A lot of you women look at these kids like they're dollar signs, and they're not. Shame on you. Then there's a lot of you women, like I said in past times, you don't want to be around your kids, or some of you don't want to be around your kids, and you get government assistance and you're working. And that make it hard for people who really need government assistance. How dare you? So you just feel like you hitting the lick all over the place. Let me tell you something. That stuff will come back to haunt you. Please believe what I tell you. It's going to come back to haunt you. It's going to bite you in your butt. There's too many poverty-stricken people out here that needs that money, and you are stealing, and you're taking it out of somebody else's mouth. And if you don't stop, it's going to catch up with you. I hope you hear me. I hope you hear me when I tell you to take care of your children. I hope you hear me when I tell you to let your child have a voice. Out of the mouths of babes, we can learn so much. Some of our children are smarter than us, and they're not even 10 years old. We think we're doing something because we paying bills, and some of us ain't even paying bills. We just running amok with the money that the government has given us, and you're not having no type of consideration for the people you're supposed to be taking care of, the people you're supposed to be feeding, the people you're supposed to be clothing. You're a moron. Anybody who does that is a moron. Time is winding down. We feel like because we get into a certain mode or a certain mindset that that's the right one. And sometimes it's not. And when you don't listen to people, you'll never know that you're not in the right mindset. You young women nowadays, you act like nobody can't tell you nothing. You can whoop the world's butt. You wish somebody would say something about your children. You wish somebody would say something about how you spend your money. And it's not your money. It's the government's money. And the government is giving you money for your children. And your children are still suffering. Why? Because you're a moron. Back in the day, when I was coming up and my mom was taking care of us, she made sure that the house came first, and then my mom was like, and it was like 11 of us. So it was like my mom took care of the house first. And whatever she had left over, that's what she took through the week for herself. And we need to get back to putting our children first. That's what we need to do. Get back to putting our children first. That's why a lot of children are turning on their parents, killing their parents, stabbing them up in their sleep, shooting them. Don't you be the next one. Because if you look back, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Look back on all the times you called your child stupid, ignorant, embarrassed them in front of some strange man, your strange friends. Do you think your child is going to forget that? And then your child see how under the cover you is with turning the tables on folks and being two-faced and all that stuff. What you do in your household reflects on your whole household. What your children see you do, they're going to act it out. And for some of y'all, you best believe they're going to act it out on you. Why? Because you have no sense of morality. You don't know how to mentor your children. You don't know how to be a parent to your children. Most of you parents out here are trying to be friends with your children. That's not what they need this day and age. They don't need that. They need mama. They need daddy. That's what they need. They don't need no funky 45-year-old mama come walking up on them like they grinding, talking about you ready to go out. You nasty devil. Plus your children don't want to go out with you. Quit inserting yourselves into your children's lives like they really want you to hang with them. Now, given some of you mothers, even though you done drunk your life away and did a bunch of stuff, you still look kind of young and you still want to go hang out with your daughter. But I don't think any woman should go bar hopping with their child. I don't care how old they get. That is not your responsibility to be their friend. Your responsibility is to be their mentor, their confidant, their protector. That's your job. Not they, well, she grown, she could do what she want. I wish any of my grown kids come in my face telling me what they're going to do in my house or what they're going to make me do. I wish I would. Oh, she's having a bad day. She didn't mean that. Your daughter just called you the B word. It's nothing. We say that to each other all the time. Then you're a moron. You're a moron for playing these type of games with your little girls. Because after a while, it's not going to be a game. Because you're going to call your daughter, I'm talking about mothers and daughters now, you're going to call your daughter out her name at the wrong time in front of the wrong people, and she going to get with you. She going to tear that. She going to tear it up. Because you think everything is funny and everything's a joke, and this is my girlfriend now. How your child that you popped out your butt all of a sudden becomes your girlfriend? I'm not getting that. I'm not. And some of you women been doing it for years, and some of you women that's been doing it for years, your daughter done whoop your butts. I guarantee it. You guys that got into a knockdown drag out and she beat the crap out you and left and said she didn't want to have nothing to do with you. You know what you did? Oh, I don't want to lose my friend. I'm going to have to do something to make it up to her. What you? Moron. What are you talking about? Make it up to her. You shouldn't have never let her cross those boundaries with you. Some of these families that's just got the mothers and the children, you are a bunch of gangs. Soon as the fight break out, everybody want to run to the fight. The mama is the head gang leader, and then she got her little gang people with her. As soon as one of the kids come in, she hit me. Everybody runs out the house like a bunch of thugs to jump on one person. When the mother could have just went down the street and talked to the other mother. Nowadays, I wish somebody would put their hands on my kids. If your kid did something wrong, I'm going to put my hands on them. If your kids come around me, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even up to 15 years old, and you're talking to me disrespectful, I'm going to beat the black off you and take you to your mother. And if your mother have a problem with it, I'm going to defend myself. So don't get shot out here. There's a lot of mothers like me that feel like this. You mothers that I just talked about, you make good mothers look bad. Then other children go, well, so-and-so mother, they go out together. She let her daughter smoke. Okay, well, that's her daughter. You not her daughter. You my daughter, and you're not about to do that. You have bigger and better things for you. Start speaking good things into your children instead of calling them stupid, ignorant, idiot. You just gonna be a hoe. You ain't nobody. Oh, I hate you. You're just like your father. You look like your father. You act like that stuff don't affect these children, and it does. And until you get that through your stubborn, muleless head, you're going to always do that. And for some of y'all, it's going to be too late. and something going to happen to you or your child, probably your child, and you're going to be sitting up, balled up like in a fetal position, talking about why did this happen? How did this happen? I'm telling you why and how. I'm telling you right now how and why it happened. It happened because you wasn't being a parent. So until we go back to the old way of parenting our children, until some of you young women put your pride to the side and start talking to some of these grandmas and these mothers out here that got a handle on their children and trying to do the best for their children, and even trying to do the best for your children, because there's some mothers that try to do the best for your children. And when they do for one and don't do for all your children, then you pull that child away from the person that's mentoring them. You're an idiot. Don't nobody have to take on your role to take care of all your children. You should be happy somebody is taking an interest in any of your dang on children. Oh, she just sitting up doing everything for her. She won't do nothing for the other 8. The other 8? Girl, how old is you? So now somebody won't do something for your child. You're gonna take it out on the child that somebody is doing for. Nobody told you to lay down and have 8 kids and not be married. Nobody told you to go bed hopping. Nobody told you to put a mattress on your back and lay down everywhere you go. So if there's still time for you and your children, you need to get a grip on this. Because this is going on all over the country, and they talking about how black folks be killing folks and doing this, that, and the other. I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of white folks right in our neighboring state, Ohio. They got white children plotting murders on their whole family. They're plotting murders on their whole family. You got these white men over here now that's killing their whole families. I mean, children included. Why is none of this on the news? Why don't they never talk about the white counterparts to us that's over there running amok, killing their children, killing their parents, killing their wives, and, I mean, just going crazy? Now, you can be with whoever you want to be with. I believe in interracial relationships. But some of you black women sit up and talk about your black brothers and then go be with these white zaddies, and they end up killing you and your children too. Because I can't find a black man nowhere. Why? You done had sex with them all? Ain't no more for you to get? You don't know every black man in this world. Maybe no black man wants to be with you. My sisters, I love you. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here to tell you what I need to tell you. Get it together. There was plenty of time when you was younger to go out and do your thing. Okay, you're older now. You have children. You have to learn how to calm yourself and calm your life so your children can have a calm life. And if you can't do that, it's going to always be confusion. Something is always going to run amok around you. There's going to always be tension and drama around you, which all you doing is putting it into your children. You're making your children feel like this is the only life I have. Drama, chaos, confusion. I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and do what mama do. So, on that note, I love you guys. Make sure you tune in every Friday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. to watch me. And until next time, dear folks, stay strong and most importantly, be strong.